In a village baked by the relentless sun, everyone laughed at him. A daydreamer, they called him. A fool. He spent his days staring at the sky, tracing shapes in clouds, whispering to them as though they could hear. Clouds are not alive, the villagers sneered. Stop wasting your time. Come work. But he didn't listen, for he knew something they could not see. He had heard them whisper. The clouds, they were alive. Seasons passed. The rivers dried. Crops withered. The people grew desperate. One morning, the boy climbed the highest hill outside the village. The sky was empty. The wind carried only heat. He raised his arms, called out in a voice that trembled with hope and fear, "Come, my flock." At first, nothing stirred. The villagers watched, shaking their heads, certain this would end in foolishness. Then, from the horizon, a ripple appeared, a silver shimmer on the edge of the blue. And then a cloud moved, and another, and another. They came like a herd of massive, living sheep, drifting closer, swirling into shapes he had only dreamed of. The boy ran down the hill, through the empty fields, as the clouds followed, growing darker, heavier, alive with purpose. The villagers' laughter died in their throats as the first drops of rain fell, not soft, but with force. Rivers rose. Crops drank deep. The clouds split, twisting into storm guardians, their silver and gray forms coalescing into towering shapes. Thunder rolled like drums of war. Lightning arced across the sky like the flash of blades. And then the enemy came. Bandits who had been raiding the dry villages, thinking the land helpless and broken. They laughed, seeing the boy alone, thinking him powerless. But the sky answered him. The storm guardians descended, their shadows stretching like mountains across the fields. Rain lashed, lightning cracked, winds tore at the intruders. Rivers, long empty, burst their banks, sweeping men and carts alike. The boy stood in the middle of the flood, arms raised, heart pounding, guiding them like a shepherd his flock. He shouted to the clouds, not with words, but with belief, and they obeyed. Every bolt, every wave, every swirling gust moved as if he willed it. By nightfall, the village was saved. The bandits had fled, drenched, defeated, terrified by forces they could not understand. The rivers flowed once more. The fields shimmered with renewed life. The villagers came to him then, their eyes wide with awe. No longer a daydreamer, no longer a fool. He smiled at the sky, where his flock hovered, shimmering silver and gray against the setting sun. Clouds are alive, he whispered, and they have chosen to protect us. And from that day on, whenever the sky rumbled or lightning arced across the hills, the people remembered the boy who spoke to clouds, and how a dreamer became the savior of their land.